Hi, my name is Alex Rockwell, and this is my Module 1, What is STEM Response? So I am a 4th grade math and science teacher at Dallastown Area Intermediate School. So here I have a picture of my 4th grade team. We're a learning support team, so we all share about 100 students, and about 1/3 of them have an IEP. I graduated in 2014 with my undergrad from York College. I have degrees in middle level math education as well as early elementary education. I am currently getting my master's in STEM. I'm doing the assessment and teaching master's with a concentration in STEM, and I plan to graduate in May, so I'm on the tail end of that. In my spare time, I like to run. You can see here I've got pictures of me and my dad running some races, and I also love to read. One of my favorite things about summer is being able to spend the day by the pool with a good book. So my definition of STEM, or STEAM, as my school uses, is the intermingling of science, technology, engineering, arts, and math to create better problem solvers, critical thinkers, and engineers of solutions. I do use STEM in my classes a lot. We do STEAM challenges, and this is one of them. They are creating hovercrafts out of recycled materials. So they have to choose the materials, build it, test it, and then they get to go back and improve it and retest it. So here's a video of some of the students testing one of their hovercrafts. And then I did fill out the STEM practices chart here. The students are obviously asking questions. How can we improve our design to reduce friction? They're designing solutions to those questions. They're able to use our Chromebooks to research what a real hovercraft looks like, why they are successful, how can I use these materials to reduce frictions, and then use appropriate tools strategically. They have to weigh all of the items that they use. So if their hovercraft is too heavy, they need to know what do they need to take off. Why is STEM education important? I chose 2 different quotes, one from the book and one from the interview. The quote from the book I have there, the second bullet point: it's not a curriculum, but a way of organizing and delivering instruction. STEM education is important because it doesn't necessarily have to do with a student mastering a concept or memorizing something or getting all straight A's on a test. It has to do with creating thinkers and problem solvers. And I really loved this quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson in the CNN interview. It says, "Whether or not you ever again use the math that you learned in school, the act of having learned the math established a wiring in your brain that didn't exist before. And it's the wiring in your brain that makes you a problem solver." So once again, that just shows that STEM education is important because you're not creating someone who's memorized all of this information that they can regurgitate or write a 5-paragraph essay. You're creating a 21st century learner that can use technology, use available tools to solve problems or to think critically. And that's so important. I know they talked in that interview a lot about jobs that are becoming available and people backing away from a challenge, where if all schools implemented STEM education, students and people would not back away from the challenge. They would rise to it because they would see that it's okay to make mistakes and that it's possible to work through and solve this problem. My goals for this course, I have a few of them, are to obviously learn how to implement STEM practices into my classroom. As I was reading through the chapter there, I saw that there were tons of practices, and so I know that that book's going to be a great resource in how to use those in my 4th grade math and science classes. I'm also excited to explore resources to find STEM activities, challenges, lessons, and information to inform my teaching and just to give me a more wide variety of resources than I already have. And then my last one is kind of a long-term goal for me, is to discuss ways to have my science and math courses work together to create one whole learning experience. So right now I have my math course and I have my science course, and I would love to have them work together so that the students can see that math is not separate from science, and it's not separate from language arts or social studies even. They can all work together to create one learning experience. So that is a long-term goal for me. And then finally, I have my Easter egg, which is my favorite cartoon character, and I went with the classic Mickey Mouse. I love Disney, and you can't have Disney without Mickey. Thank you for listening. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions.